Well, good afternoon. Hope y'all are having a great day. Hope y'all are having a better day than I am. I have got a ton of grass to mow today, and about 4 acres worth, not a tree in sight. So a friend of mine just sent me the video that CT made about the Arise conference, and I just wanted to address a few things on there. First of all, somebody might say, well, who are you? I'm a nobody. That's all I am, but I'm also somebody who wants to stand for truth. And there's a few things that he said. First of all, one of the things that he said on there is there are some people out there that would get pleasure and would smile if they heard that his family had failed. There may be, but I would say the majority of us would not act that way. The majority of us do not want that. We don't want to see anybody fall. We want to see people get right. Another thing that he talked about was the style of music. And it's funny that anytime anybody ever uses Bethel, Hillsong, elevation music, stuff like that, this contemporary music, and they try to convert it over to be adapted into the local church, a good Bible believing church. The first, and somebody stands up against that, then the first thing they want to argue is, well, that's just not your style. That's my style. It's not an argument of style. First of all, well, let me say this. There are some good groups out there that are not particularly my style, but I don't mind to hear them sing, and I like to hear them sing because they sing truth. When your first argument is to run to it's a difference in style, that's a fleshly argument to start with, because it's not about style. If I was listening to music, that's a fleshly appeal. You're talking about a style. We ought not listen to music that appeals to our style. We ought to listen to music that appeals to truth, that appeals to truth, and that comes from truth. If I was listening to music that was my style, that appealed to my flesh, I'll be honest with you, I'd be listening to AC/DC, and I'd be listening to Aerosmith, and I'd be listening to Brooks and Dunn, and all that kind of music that I used to listen to years ago, because that is the style that appears to my flesh. It's not about style. It's about truth. And it's not just about truth, but it's about where that music comes from. I'm not going to go sing a song that may sound good and the words are good, talking about God's goodness, but you look at where that song came from, and it came from a wicked place. How can you do that? Mix the profane, mix the holy with the profane, as the Bible said. Boy, we're to shun that and stay away from that. And I think, boy, if you went and listened to the message that Brother Cody Zorn preached about Jezebel's joining the church, that Brother Stacey Shiflett preached yesterday, I think it was yesterday, about prophesying to against the prophets, boy, they lay it out well. This younger generation needs to know what's right and what's wrong. And taking a stand, then if you take a stand, you get labeled as being hateful. If you take a stand, you're being labeled as being big. No, I want my children to know what's wrong and what's right. I want my children to know what's acceptable and not acceptable. And just to be quiet and to be silent in the face of things that I don't agree with, in my children's mind, that justifies it to them. But anyway, well, this grass is not going to cut itself, unfortunately. Trust me, I've been waiting. I've been putting it off to see, and it just won't do it. It will not cut itself. I don't understand that. Hope y'all have a great day, and Lord willing, we'll talk to you later.